I was doing is trying to get you guys. I have, how many minutes do I have? I need a timekeeper for me. I am in the media, I time myself in seconds. In the media, everything is timed, seconds, minutes. If you take my time, I am charging you. So how many minutes? Let's see if I will charge 20. Thank you very much. It's exactly 10:48. 20 minutes from now, what time is it going to be? 10 what? Okay, what was so hard in someone raising their hand? What time is it going to be? 11:08. Yani hapo hesabu imenipita, sijui, asante. Why I call those boys and girls on this day, when you meet people, is they need to know who you are. How do people know who you are? You tell them who you are, but mostly they see who you are, alright? So when you are going to present yourself before people, any person, whether it is mama wako kuuzia mboga, whether ni mzazi wako, whether ni mwalimu wako, akikuona hivi, they should be able to describe the person who you are. It is not science, it is not rocket science. Yani si kitu ngumu, but when people meet you for the first time, they see you, and within less than 10 seconds, they have decided whether or not you are worth their time. So every time, anytime you present yourself before people, let people want to engage you. That was the introduction. Next, I am not going to tell you stuff. I am not going to read a speech. I'm going to answer your questions. And I will take 5 questions. If you ever wanted to ask me any questions, this is your time. But let me introduce myself, because people have these different ideas about me. And I'll talk about my background. My name is Jerida Andayi. I am born and bred in a village called Mtasa. Everyone wants to say you come from a humble background. I don't want to stand here and say that I have suffered growing up, because I have not suffered growing up. What has happened is, or what happened to me growing up is, I grew in the village, in the home, in the house where I grew, and I believe that my parents at that point in time, with the resources available to them, gave me the best. I went to a primary school. It's just kutoka kwetu mpaka kwa shule ni how many? Maybe 400 meters, maybe 500 meters. Karibu natembea. We did not wear shoes going to school, not because we could not afford, but because that was the school uniform. We didn't wear school shoes, we didn't plait our hair, we didn't have uniform yenye iko na sweater na nini. Ilikuwa tu ni nguo ya blue umevaa, kupata sweater yote unavaa, alright? We, at that point, in that time, in those circumstances, it was normal to go home at lunchtime and find that your mother alienda kutafuta kibarua na hajarudi, kwa hivyo moto haijawashwa kwa nyumba. Also that time kulikuwa na miti ya mapera all over, so ukitoka shuleni kama mama yako siku hakupika uji, mnakula mapera unarudi kwa shule. It was the normal childhood for me. No luxury, but basics were provided for me. However, looking back, I would have loved to have lived differently, better. I mean, sana nataka kuhustle, uko na uniform moja, lazima ufue jioni ndio uende nayo shule the next day. But it was fine for me. Looking back, it was fine. I was in a family, a loving family. My dad lived and worked in Nairobi. My mom was, alikuwa tunaishi na yeye. My mom did not go to school. She did not know how to read and write. Zero. No idea. Mamangu hakujua kusoma na kuandika kabisa. My mom had 8 children. 6 of those children are graduates. all her children at the primary school level, we all came up on top. With my mother being illiterate, it did not matter. So mama yangu yani hatuwezi kusema masomo yake ama kukosa kusoma kwake kulichangia, but her being a mother and being there for us. Why am I saying this? Because most of us look at our parents and they're just like, unaniambia nini? You, what do you know? Wewe si hata ungeenda shule ingekusaidia. Wewe kusoma hujasoma ndio inakufanya. My mom never went to school. My dad never went to school. But my dad alisoma Gumbaro. So yeye alinisaidia kidogo, alienda Gumbaro baadaye, and he had a professional job. He worked for the longest time as a professional. So it's not really about where you are right now or where you are coming from or how you've been raised. It is where you want to go and how you are heading there. We are all given the same platform. Sasa nimekapo kwa uniform, yule msichana anasoma Alliance Girls High School. If you go to that girls school and you come to this school, you will understand the difference is big. Unfortunately, society does not care. The system does not care. Whether unaosoma kwa shule yenye unatembea kwa miguu, kwa shule kama Alliance yenye wanakula sausage for breakfast, KCSE ni moja. Whether ikuwe mama yako ni mtangazaji kama Jerida Andayi anataka kupatia pocket money, au baba yako anategemea kuandikwa kibarua aende alime, school fees is the same. Mnalipa the same school fees. Haijalishi kama mama yako alikuzaa kwingine akaenda na wewe kwingine, hauna baba. Haijalishi kama wazazi wako walikufa na ukimwi ukiwa mdogo huwajui. We wear the same uniform when we go to school, and that is what equalizes everything in this life, education. You start on the same level. Yani hakuna mtu anataka kujua. Mkifika huko mbele wewe utajipanga. So inategemea hapa katikati how you use what is given to you. You are presented with the same opportunities. And nobody cares that kwa sababu wewe you came from a poor background, hauko unalipa school fees. So sasa wewe kutoka hapa straight unaenda unapewa kazi. Nobody cares. It is the unfairness of life. But if we focus so much on how unfair life is, you're not going to move. I could go back to my village and sit down and say, oh, sasa mimi Jerida jamani, sasa hata siwezi nikasonga karibu na watu. Unajua mimi hata nikiwa msichana nilikuwa nakojoa kwa malazi, mimi sio nilikuwa nanuka. That was that stage. Are you going to get stuck there siku zote na kujiambia, unajua mimi mama yangu hawezi, mimi baba yangu hawezi. You have to drop that tag that pulls you back. Because when you get to the real stage of life, nobody cares. We are equalized, and we have to do everything to make it or make it. Alright? So huyo msichana mwenye ametoka hapa Khwisero na yule wangu mwenye amezaliwa na kulelewa vizuri, wote wanavaa the same uniform, wanakaa kwa the same class at Alliance High School. Wakitoka hapo wakipita mtihani wakifeli, they are expected to struggle for the same things. Life is not fair. Don't expect it to be. Get your space, work hard, and earn what you need to earn. Questions? Number 1. Yes.
My question is that, for example, you want to be a journalist and you have finished university.
Kindly introduce yourself.
My name is Cecilia Kea from Khwisero Girls. My question is that, for example, we want to be a journalist. You have finished university. Do you start from radio station then to television, or just employed in television?
My name is Elfas Oboko, and first of all, I'll start by thanking Honorable Christopher Sega for allowing me to get this opportunity to come at Muila. My question is, what should I do so that I may be like you? Whatever, at home, school, or anywhere.
My name is Gracious Waka. My question is, if I want to become a journalist, which consequences will I pass through?
My name is Brian Samuel. I'd like to ask, which subjects am I supposed to pass so that I can pursue this career, and how long will I take in the university? That's all.
Umeuliza ati after university, where will you start? You start in radio, you start in TV. I would like to answer these questions the way you are asking, but I'll ask you to answer all those questions. I want someone to describe media for me. What do you think media is? When you talk about media, what do you think media is? 1, 2 sentences. Any person? Any idea? Let me see. This is not right or wrong. This is not KCP, it's not KCSE, it's not exam or end term. It's just a conversation. Media, anyone has an idea? What's the media? You have no idea.